Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Vlog. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I've got this great collection of stamps from our friends at Hunkydory. These are for the love of stamps, summer backgrounds and summer focal sets here. This one's called Dearest Dandelion. This one is Star of the Show, Floral Window, Charming Check, and Brick by Brick. So I'm going to get right to it and show you how Debbie used some of these great cards. So for this one, Debbie used the Floral Window. She stamped that. We both really like, also from Hunkydory. This is the lightweight essential card block. It's great for, we've used a ton out of this, so it's about half as many sheets as you get. This is 75 sheets, there's way less in here. But it's a great size. You're not using a great big sheet of stamping cardstock, and it takes ink really, really well. We really like that one. So stamping the window here, and then of course using little scissors, which I forgot my cute little scissors from Crafter's Companion to cut that out. But before she cut it out, she used the Tri-Blend markers. Grab them here. You can buy them individually like this. They're from Spectrum Noir. And if you're not familiar with Tri-Blends, they're wonderful markers, especially for blending. And I've always been really challenged at blending. They're alcohol markers, so you've got a dark, a medium, and a light colors all in one of the same color, just different intensities, which makes it so easy to blend. So you're really getting 3 pens in one. You can buy these individually, or you can buy them in this great big lovely pack like this. And there are 24 pens in here, but times that by 3. So there's 72 actually, because there's 3 pens in one. See, there's, in fact, this one I haven't even opened yet. There's 3 layers of pens in here, so much fun to play with. But if you're just starting out, buy a couple of them and play around with them. Like on this one here, Debbie used a nice green color for her leaves, a pink, an orange, and a purple, and like this nice brown and a golden color too. Golden brown is our favorite. So if I had to recommend pens to start out with, it would be like golden brown, dull green, light pink, orange or coral, and purple. And then you'd really be set for quite a while, and you could play with them. So anyway, back to this. I'm going to get to showing you how to do this background, this brick. So Debbie used our Misty stamping platform here, and she used 2 colors of ink. She used, this is the alcohol-proof dye ink, which she used. You want to use when you're coloring with a Spectrum Noir pens, you want to use an alcohol-proof ink or a water-based ink, because water and alcohol don't mix. So if you used ink that was like a solvent ink that was alcohol-based, like a StazOn ink, it would blend together. It would kind of get runny and muddy. So she used this to use on her actual stamped image here. And so for the background, you wouldn't need to use this because there's no Spectrum Noirs, but we already had it out, so that's what we used. So I'm going to grab a sheet of this paper. Okay, cover tore right off there. And we get our Misty ready here. Got our magnets in place. If you haven't used a Misty, this is the new style. It's got a little place to put the magnet, which is lovely. We like to add our own magnet to that because it only comes with the 1 magnet, and I feel like it needs 2. So we've added another one. Now, when she's putting this brick down, you can go ahead and then move it over, okay? So it is easy to move across to fill the whole card. You just kind of want to line up this broken edge right here. So let's first start with just doing that color image. Okay, actually, yes, I'm good. It's right here. I'm going to put this actually up here. All right, and that's going to cling right to that. And what she did was just sort of alternating spots of brown and then this great brick red color. And what's great about the Misty is once you've got that color done, if you find you missed a spot or something, you just go back right over that, and you don't have to worry about aligning your stamp because the Misty does it for you. Oh, yep, got some spots right there. So I'm going to go back. I've got this really red, so I'm going to go back over this and kind of fill in some spots with the brown. Okay, there we go. So starting with that, then she took her blending brushes, which I put right here so I could easily reach them. Where did they go? Here they are, still in the box. There we go. So blending brushes are an essential tool for Debbie and I, and they are great and handy to have around. So once the stamping is done of the, you cut this down to the appropriate side of your card. Oh, I should mention now, you're going to line this up. You would actually keep your paper in the same place and then just take your stamp and move that over and just align that brick edge and just do the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to clean my stamp off so I don't forget about that. And then she just took that same brown and just went around the edges of that card, going really kind of into the edge there, and that's how you got that dark edge around it. Used a little bit of foam tape under the Home Sweet Home. Such a cute card. And Home Sweet Home is really important right now. All right, so let's take a look at this next one, which features the charming check. Move all this out of the way. So for the charming check, Debbie also used this cute Star of the Show stamp. She stamped her check on red cardstock using black ink. So it's got this really beautiful kind of worn look to it, which is adorable. She also stamped the For the Love of Stars on the Hunkydory white cardstock. Used Spectrum Noir pins to color those in. If you want to know exactly which color she used, just click on the gallery. If you're watching this on paperwishes.com, there's below the video, there's a gallery link, and you click on that, and then you click on the photo of the card that you like, and it'll show you all the supplies used. She actually cut those out with the little scissors, look at that, and then put foam tape behind that. And then she used some good old stickles in gold and red, added those around for a little starburst. She stamped her little bursts of stars and things and then outlined those. But I also wanted to show you what this looked like if you stamped it on white cardstock. Okay, so there's that same charming check, which I think is such a versatile pattern. It's not just a winter or Christmas pattern. You can use it all year round. So I also wanted to show you what it looked like if you used Prism ink pads. Now these Prism ink pads are ombre ink, so they have 3 different colors, 3 different intensities of the same shade, and they come in lots of different colors. You've got more than this. There's purple and yellow, and so this is the pink one right here, and I started with that darker edge and then worked my way over. Here is one that's out of green. Okay, and I want to show you how that works. I have another piece of paper. Get all my stuff out of the way, my goodness. Right, and we've got our paper. And our brick, rather our plaid stamp. All right, let's go ahead and we'll just put it right in the middle here like I did before. Right, now if you're going to do this, let's try this in a blue. since we already have the other two colors. All right, so what I like to do is start on the outside edge with this darker blue and just thoroughly inking the plaid with the light on this side. And then you're going to turn it over so the light is now here and the dark is here. We're going to ink that. And then kind of just tilting the pad so that it's primarily light. I'm just going to go in and do the middle part. Okay, so once again, we're going to stamp this, but then we're probably going to re-ink that too. You can see here where that ink has taken place there. There we go. So yeah, I want to re-ink that kind of middle right there. I've got my dark on the outside, moving a little bit closer to the middle, turning it, dark on the outside edge again, kind of tilting that, so I'm just getting that blue. Mostly concerned with that blue in the middle. There we go. So you've got that ombre effect just moving right in. And because I used all my inks here, now you could use a collection of 3 different ink pads, but this just saves a lot of time. Okay, so we've got our ink pads here. Now we have this last beautiful card. For this one, Debbie used the Dearest Dandelion set, and she also used a really cool tool. It's been around for a while. This is from Jelly Arts, and this one's the gel printing plate. It's really cool because you can actually ink this very flimsy jelly plate. You can ink it, you can stamp on it to reverse an image. We're going to use it to create the background here. So for that, I used my red, here we go, reds. Here's the red ink pad. Looks a little orange right there, but it is red, I assure you. And if you wanted to just take that red ink pad and drag it down some paper and go like this down the paper, this is what that would look like, okay? And you just drag it down the center, and you can see where I just kind of cut off. It's really easy to create a background, but this one has got a little bit different look to it. If you're not secure with dragging and you're afraid you're going to kind of fumble that, Debbie has shown me a great way to do this. I should mention this is using our new slimline cards at Paper Wishes. So they come already 3.5 by 8.5 inch, and they come with that envelope, so you don't have to try to source that. Okay, and then also she used, for the embossing, she used the clear, translucent clear embossing stamp pad. She also used, this is gold extra fine embossing powder. And then she went ahead and used the Misty to stamp that image, and then she went ahead and put more of the clear after she heated that image, and then she stamped it again with the clear and sprinkled just a little bit of this gold tinsel on just the flower center. So she has just this really, really intensely sparkly dandelion center. So back to the background. All right, so I wanted to show you how to do this in blue, how it looks in blue, just so you would get another perspective of that, so different season maybe. So she used red, I'm going to use blue. What you're going to do is take this and a brayer. So brayers have been around for a long time, and they're really fun and easy to use. You can use them for a lot of different things. So I'm going to take this little brayer. It has a stand on it like that. So you want to make sure that the stand is up, so you're not dragging that across the ink pad. So the stand is facing up, and you're just taking that right down. See how it's striped now? Right down that ombre ink pad. And I'm even kind of moving over a little bit. And then we're just going to go down, and we're transferring that color right on to this gel plate. Pretty cool. And just kind of moving over a little bit, as long as you're keeping the dark primarily on the left and the light on the right. Right. Use my little stand. There we go. All right, so here's what it looks like. I've already placed this paper down. I had a little air bubble there, but I've already placed it face down. So the light is on this side, and the dark is on this side. So now I'm going to place it right here, and then we just kind of keep doing that till it covers up the seam. So I'm going to show you, it does have a little bit of a seam. There we go. Now, Debbie didn't push this down. She didn't brayer over it. You just want a really light touch, okay? We're going to pull that off. Right? Look at that. But then you do have this seam right here. So Debbie said to just keep going over your little gel pad. Couple of times, moving this around up and down. And it just starts darkening that up, okay? And then when she was done, kind of got to this part right here, and you just take your brayer and you can just go over it like that, okay? And that just kind of blends that together as well. So there's a new little technique for you, or for some of you who've been doing this for a while, that's an older technique. There we go. So you guys, we've got a great money saver on these stamp sets. I would encourage you to check them out. They're so fun and versatile. I love the backgrounds and these sweet little images. If you're watching us on our vlog page, our money saver is to the right. And if you are watching us on YouTube, it's in the description box below the video. And there's also a link to paperwishes.com where you can find lots more videos and fun things to play with. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.